Isn't that crazy that we are taught from such a young age to just work, try our best, try so hard, get good grades, go to good college and whatever. And it's considered so amazing, like so amazing when we get into the system, we have a good job. But in reality, when we get those things, we realize that it's not what we actually want. We spend so much time working for somebody else, or even sometimes it's your own business. You're spending so much time on it, you can't leave. You're always just working. You're just hustling and trying so hard. And moments like this, when we can actually appreciate the beauty and the nature, are so rare. Isn't it crazy? But what if there is actually another way? What if there is actually more to that, right? And now, with the rise of the social media and internet, we can see it very clearly that actually other ways exist. A lot of people are making it. They are not waiting to retire to live their life. And isn't that amazing? I see so many young people starting to live their lives right at this point without thinking and waiting and, retiring at the age of 100 years and just then letting themselves leave. It's really nice. But where everything starts, again, it starts here in our brain, in our mindset. That's the first place that have to change in order for everything else to change. So far, I didn't work for like 3 years. I've had some side hustles here and there, but I'm not gonna say that I'm successful by any means or anything like that, but I can say a lot of things changed. I worked a lot with my mind, also doctor psychiatry, so obviously this conversation, these themes, and how our brain works, it always amazed me because our brain is so very unknown subject till this day, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. But a lot of things we already know. One of those is neuroplasticity, which means that our brain is actually pretty flexible comparing to, other things like our limiting beliefs. They're not that flexible until you actually totally get rid of them. But this is very possible at any age, because neuroplasticity means that you can basically mold your brain into believing whatever you want to and, achieving your dreams and goals just by changing your mindset. I also want to add here that a lot of these things, they happen actually by the grace of God, and I think many people, they kind of underrate this subject and they try to stay away from this. But I fully acknowledge that, God helped me so much through my life and saved me in different situations, and it definitely is the biggest factor of all, honestly. Some people still don't believe in it, don't realize it, but it's usually because they never been in actually serious situations like life and death situation, and so how powerful prayer can be, how powerful the favor of God can be, and all those things. But anyway, another thing, because of this programming for a young age, it takes sometimes so long to change those beliefs that it's almost crazy. But once you take this decision to change, once you start, implementing all this like neuroplasticity, you start to do affirmations, change all those limiting beliefs, everything is possible. Okay, have to go, friends. Looks like my toddler is getting really upset. See you soon.